All I ever wanted was to see you smiling. All I ever wanted was to make you mine. All of that, I love you. Oh, baby, why don't you see? Hey, guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 update video, courtesy of My Name is Human podcast. I'm going to read their most recent article. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, today we have what Nathaniel and Wolfgang, I think, have said in response to people after the drop of the video. First question. Man, you have to be transparent. I have been here for 7 months, so I'm just trying to help. You should have gave yourself some wiggle room on the video is all I'm saying. We don't care how long it takes, but saying it was coming last week was a horrible idea on y'all's part. All right, so he's referencing that it was supposed to be done by Sunday. It was released on Monday morning. People are never happy. Response is, yes, we understand it's better to be on time. What's up with the resolution difference between the screenshots you posted on the original egg video out of curiosity? So those screenshots I cut from Unity editor. All right. It says, I'm not hating on the project. I'm just trying to help because that's why people are getting irritated. We don't need an exact release date. It says, yes, we understand and we'll improve on that. I agree with your points. All right. So like I said, I've mentioned this in other videos. They listen to us. They listen to us, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on was this on Discord, was it on Instagram, whatever. They listen, they hear what we have to say. I'm pretty sure they have someone watching our content reporting back to them. So far, it seems we've only seen a single type of biome. Any chance you could show us another one? And they said it's just a placeholder. Currently, the models we use, we didn't create, but we will create them ourselves because we can get better results with half the polygon count and use texture at lasting, saving a lot of memory. Showing another biome would get the same complaints of having no interaction. All right. I see what they're doing there. Will you apply nanite technology to Earth 2? Ooh, that's a good question. The terrain system is similar to nanite. Everything that's rendered by it is basically almost free, like the roads now. Ooh, very good. Also, what engine are you guys using? They're using Unity. Use Unity. As for the servers, we're looking into what's the best option there. E.g., there's companies like Multiplay that handle server scaling, etc. All right, good info here. Good info. What do you feel like is going to be the funnest area to play in the world on this engine? All right, depends on the players, since there'll be a lot of player-placed content. Ooh, I'm very interested in that. So after the video debuts, they said they look far too floaty. It's like the planet has barely any gravity. Okay, all right, I can understand that because when you see the car go off the ramp, it did kind of float a little bit. Especially at the speed it was going. If that happened in real life, it would have been boom. Instead, it just went it like Air Jordaned, and it got a little more air. So he says it does auto slow motion. Okay, that's why it says I think you're seeing that. I was wondering, like based on the speed that it's going, it shouldn't be going that far, but they said it's auto slow motion, so it was actually going really fast, and that's why I was doing that. So that's something I'm happy that they're addressing. Barely drives around and shows terrain. Half of the video is car rolling around. When car jumps like there's no gravity, it's almost slow motion. They respond it has slow motion. And it's a quick video I made just showing the physics. I will show in the next video and go around the terrain, etc. That's what Star Citizen came up with after 10 years of development with a huge team. And he posted a video linking to that. All about the car is just a placeholder. It's more about the terrain physics. I made auto slow motion when the car is having certain distance from the terrain, which makes sense. It says, I would suggest maybe increasing that distance a bit, but it is amazing. Wow, compliment. It says, yes, I implemented it quickly. I was working on getting tracks to work nicely. And you could see that, like, as the car moves, you see tracks in the landscape, which is very cool. I wonder if those tracks that are being laid down, if that's something that the game memory will keep that forever, because if not, then okay, well, let's say if you want to go off-roading someplace and you find this really cool spot, all right, well, how are you going to remember where it is? I would like it to see if they can do something like that, where it stays there forever until somebody else rolls over it. When's number 2 then? The number 2 will be as soon as we originally planned to release that, showing off a lot more with terrain editing. Can't wait for this. Are you developing in a set area, or could you drive around the entire planet at this point? So currently the area is 30 by 30 kilometers. It's just missing the data. Tech is all there to stream whatever size. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Please don't make that a screenshot and me go, no. I think you need to clarify this more in that title. Maybe say part 1, because it has it on the thumbnail. How easily/difficult will it be to drive? Excuse me. How easy/difficult will it be to drive on E2? Please don't make it so difficult that it falls all the time. Said that will be easy. Currently the buggy flips too easily, but we won't use that physics anyway. Yeah, the way it did, it's like if you just turn too quickly, it'll go. Yeah. So I like that they're not going to use that physics. Nathaniel, can you guys make a variety of cars? E2 Lambo, E2 Vet, E2. If they make an E2 Tesla, I'm in. And he said, yeah, we will, and it's planned. You can build them yourself. Can't wait. Let's go. Let's get this bread. Amazing job, Nathaniel. The quality and attention to detail is spot on, especially the grass moving. Said thanks, and it doesn't just work on the car, but anything like rocks rolling down the mountain, they all make trails. Yes. So do you guys notice the terrain blending? No hard edges like in most games. Those little rocks are all separate objects. Oh my god, this is incredible. Says, yes, it's amazing, man. People are way too spoiled nowadays. They don't understand both good side and bad side of the evolution of technology. It says, thanks. The entire terrain is rendered in screen space, so the blending comes for free, which normally is very expensive to do. Also, the snow is part of the terrain shader this way and applies to the trees, all done in one pass. We'll show that with the slider next time, making the snow go up and down. Oh, I hope they use Chaveztopia. I hope they use Antarctica. Oh my god, my body. Is the car a free paid asset, or did your team create it? Said Farhan improved it. We'll create our own models that will be used in the game. Currently, we're using placeholders as they depend on Tricky to create Atlas textures that aren't ready yet. All right, that makes sense. Where did you get the model from, though? UAS, okay. That's how Arena really looks. Made that photo a week ago, and the photo is beautiful. I might actually use that photo for the thumbnail. I actually have that view from my office, and it's amazing. Wow. Wow. Will there be constant updates in graphics design? Just wondering. It already does look amazing, though. And he says, yes, there will be. Video has given me some more hope in this project. Good job. Kind of reminds me of GTA, like we were saying in our live stream the other day. Cars and hashtag E2 updates as well. We are getting all the treats today. Said thanks. I don't show much here, e.g. the terrain editing is pretty cool. We'll show that in the next video. Can you guys give us an estimate on the new video release date? We saw how that went on the last one. It's exactly what he said. So yeah, some updates are just going to happen, whether it's to updates for new videos or updates to the game. It's just going to happen. Remember, keep deadline out. Just give us status like recording, uploading, and such. I think that'll help. So I did that. One thing I noticed is that the vehicle rolls, it doesn't leave marks on the terrain, only when the actual tires are touching the terrain. The roof of the buggy doesn't leave any marks on the ground, but other than that, it's absolutely amazing. You guys are killing it. He says, it does, but we can't see it. That we'll see in 48 to 49 seconds. Can see how it pushes down terrain and stones. Okay, I gotta go back and look at that. Nathaniel should make that the rocks move. I said, I did that in the drone arena editor, and that was with DX9, LOL. I don't understand anything you said, bro, but cool, I support you. In DirectX 9, there was no GPU instancing, so rendering a massive amount of the same object would cost a lot of draw calls. Back then, I found a way to combine all objects like bitwise, 1 to 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, kind of Fibonacci sequence. And that's not a Fibonacci sequence, never mind, disregard. In separate meshes, and then store the position rotation in a texture and render the exact amount with just a few draw calls. So I'm going to repeat that again. It said in DirectX 9, there was no GPU instancing, so rendering a massive amount of the same object would cost a lot of draw calls. But back then, I found a way to combine all objects like bitwise, 1, 2, 4, 8, constantly doubling, in separate meshes, and then store the position/rotation in a texture and render the exact amount with just a few draw calls. I understood that a lot better the second time. What CPU and video card are you using to render this game? Currently using the GTX 980 Ti. I don't know what that means either. The smoke from exhaust pipes, man. I actually feel physics are pretty good. Maybe add some more weight to the buggy. We'll do it. Nathaniel, great work so far. I can already see all the driving games coming across the vast landscapes. Says, yes, I just quickly set that up. It can be improved a lot. Oh, God, this is incredible. What's the best hardware for maximum E2 experience? That will be the top hardware, as we like to push the graphics as far as we can, but then also we want to support the lowest hardware at the same time. Everything is designed around that. Greeting everyone, the video looks amazing. I hope my PC can run it at those graphics, otherwise they should release it on PS5 as well. Said, yeah, the current graphics are just a placeholder, but they will improve a lot. And the graphics looks amazing already, so I want to talk about. Can you share the document about E2 scaling? I remember a dev sharing it a while back. I think it needs to resurface. And he just put a drive file there that I can't copy, I can't read. Dope guys, some good work, Nathaniel. I've had doubts, but if all the devs are putting in work Nathaniel put into that, this will go very far. He said, yes, thank you. The whole team is doing crazy efforts. I think we're really underestimating and we're underappreciating the dev team. If you guys are watching this, thank you. This is not easy, especially when you have a lot of people almost rooting against you. So from the bottom of most of our hearts, thank you. What do you use to create terrain in Unity? Is it one of your terrain composers? And they said, I created my own terrain system for it. For spawning all the objects, I modified terrain compose to for that. So they're all spawned on the GPU. Then I do an async readback to the CPU to add physics to them tile-based around the camera. The thing about the terrain system and all the objects being shown that all runs on the GPU, spawning, frustum, culling, etc. CPU is almost completely free. It only decompresses the height map tiles on other threads and uploads those to the GPU. Didn't understand a word of that either. Just watch the video. Is it not just Unity assets? I said, you don't need to worry about that. See Ferran's profile. Like I explained before, we will create all our own assets because we have tricks to optimize them and make them look better with less poly count and using less textures. Said, E2 terrain system does not use World Composer and height maps yet. Or height maps, right? And he says, not really. Wait, so all those realistic models could be used in E2 potentially? It's amazing. He says, yeah, they're high poly, but we do like to go for the best quality. Wait, will the E2 map be exactly the same as real world, but without houses and etc., or will it be a custom map? So no, it will be the height map of Earth 1, but everything human-made wiped and will rebuild by the players. Will be an average, same height, same biome. Don't expect to have the exact same thing. And he says, yes, an approximation. Don't expect trees in your backyard to be in E2 terrain. Okay, all right, I get you. So basically what that means is, for the most part, like the Amazon rainforest will probably be there, a bunch of big mountains will be there, but trees in your backyard won't. I was wondering what's going to happen to the dams, especially with the Netherlands. Without human structure, they'll go underwater. They said, water will have its own height map, like the terrain, to avoid that. Very, very good. I'm glad that happens. And that was it. So, guys, if you like what you heard or read or saw, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you. Bye-bye.